羽ばたいたら踊らない飛べて目指したのは青い空
why we would do a podcast. I have things written down. How we got into the games in anime, and then our favorite games in anime. Does that seem like a good place, Michael?
I mean, I guess.
So
That's perfectly fine with me.
Well, why do a podcast? Cassidy decided that she wanted there to be a podcast because I'm tired of hearing other motherfuckers' opinions that sometimes, people have a right to their opinions, but sometimes you're just like, why isn't no one saying exactly what I want to say? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I don't know how. I just can't sit there and listen to certain things sometimes. And then there's some people who have podcasts, and I don't think they just, do very well with, their overall format. If that makes sense. Because, you know how I just drew out an outline, a brief outline at the beginning of what we were going to do? Other people will be more specific than that, or then they'll go broader than that. And it, to me, puts a detriment on the podcast, or whatever they're trying to ends up like mess. At least to me, that's the way it seems. Because, when there's too many things, you feel like you have to be rushed through, each talking point you're talking about, and then if it's broad, then it's, then you get to talking about things that I think, don't even pertain to what you were talking about to begin with, and then it's what are we even talking about at this point? So I feel like if you have a brief outline, like what I gave at the beginning, it's a good start. I don't know. Looking at the goddamn record every 5 seconds, dog.
What are we talking about at this point?
Well, right now I'm just saying why we are doing this podcast. Why even do one? And I was just given the reasons.
Oh. You've lost me already.
Well, I mean, I'm talking to the people. You don't have to listen. He's in his phone, not giving a fuck, which is nothing new.
Listen, I'm just messing with you.
This man...
Alright, I'm not joking around.
But anyway, now we can move on. Since Michael, because I was the one that wanted to do this, Michael could care less about doing this. He would rather sleep all day.
I don't sleep all day. I sleep a majority of the day.
But, okay, so how did we get into games and anime, Michael?
Well, all the time when I was... God, how old was I? And that was very early. I remember when I was like 3, the NES. And
Well, we grew up in the same house, so...
yeah, but you didn't really start liking video games until like the end.
I mean,
We had fucking it, and we had all the Super Mario Brothers. I remember that, and I don't think we actually ever had Mega Man. I played Mega Man later, but
like, I feel like the NES, I remember something...
oh my God, Roger Rabbit! Remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The game.
I don't remember that for some reason.
Oh my God, that was like the one we always wanted to beat.
Why don't I remember that at all?
And then we had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And, I think we...
Table, like...
I don't fucking know.
I feel like it is. But it's fine, I guess, because we can just move the mic closer. I don't know, that was just bothering me for whatever reason. But anyway. Roger Rabbit. And did we play the Friday the 13th game? Did we play that cheesy ass shit?
What the fuck was it? I don't know. They're all at Dylan and Connor's house. And then I remember Cousin Rob had for Nintendo. And then when I got the N64, we played basically everything.
See, I don't remember. See, I remember NES a lot. I don't remember, like he said, I don't remember playing much of it. I just played more of it. From what I can remember.
And then you loved 007, The World Is Not Enough for the C4.
Yo, okay, so hold on. To move on forward to the N64. That is a whole different that is literally what got me and Michael into video games right there, is that fucking N64. And people say that the N64 sucks. Who are those people? I want to know who those people are. You know? Been paying attention. 64, Michael. Were you waiting for me to say
Are you talking about the N64?
No, you didn't. You talked about the NES.
What about the NES and the Super Nintendo?
And then you were just started about the N64, and then now I'm talking about it. Did you forget what happened 10 seconds ago?
I was texting Baz for a second.
Have time to sit there and just wait for Well, if you don't know this about podcasts, you know, it's called, there's just like silence.
Well,
And you text, and us waiting for you to send a text message would be like 2 minutes of silence.
no, it wouldn't be.
I just wish y'all could see his face right now, because he knows I'm right.
There is no face. Don't let her convince you otherwise. Look at I can multitask.
You cannot multitask.
I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Now he's just fucking with me to piss me off. But, the N64. Well, I'm trying to think of, like, the first game we played on there. Oh, I remember. Mom and Dad got fucking...
Well, everybody got Mario 64 capacity.
Because, like, if you didn't, I don't know what the fuck you were doing.
Well, kind of, yeah. Like, I mean, I'd be very surprised if people didn't Mario 64 when they go 64. And, you know.
Really drive that point
Yeah,
home.
Mario Kart 64. Or no, wait a minute. No, Donkey Kong 64. Mega Man 64.
64, okay. So, like, we had Mario 64, and Mario 64 was, like, a classic, I guess you would say.
I can beat that game in, like, 2.5 hours now.
That's bullshit. I believe you should just stop.
Because there's two, and I can hours. Because I know how to do some of the things, except for when I forget, and then it takes a little longer.
What else was there? Did we play Quest 64 after Mario, or was it Zelda?
I don't.
I can't remember, like, the exact order of things, but, like, we played, a time. Came out, and then you played that, and then that was, like, even better than Mario. You know?
Fucking Ocarina of Time sucks. It's a bad game.
Stop! I don't...
Bad game.
He's doing the Aaron Hansen stance. Doubling down on the bullshit.
I mean, you know... I don't know. I think I fully determined, like, a long time ago that maybe I really don't like Legend of Zelda as much.
Okay, tell me how Mario is good, but then Zelda is bad. And I'm trying to figure that out, like, how Zelda is worse when it's every way better.
Well, here's my thing.
Like, I'm sorry, getting 100 stars ain't worth it just to go up to the top to get the 100 lives from fucking Yoshi. That ain't worth shit, dog.
You get to see Yoshi in the game, though.
You don't even get to ride him or nothing. He just goes away. Like, fuck everything.
Yeah, he just commits suicide. Just the way you would kick him off on fucking Mario World to fucking save yourself from dying.
Sorry, I had to take a sip of my Coke. Fucking Yoshi, like, that was such a waste of time.
No,
and you only needed, like, what, 80 stars or something to, like, get to final Bowser or whatever.
70 stars. Now, to do 70 stars, I can do that in, like, an hour.
And, like, I kind of hated how, like, every time you went to the boss, like, it was the same, like, wasn't it kind of the same gimmick every time, like, you having to, like, toss it, or, like, kick it?
Or what?
Hold on, I'm trying to burp. When you would...
Was that a burp?
No, like I'm trying to make myself
You fucking
burp. Sorry, guys.
You broke down.
I'm sorry. Now I just have this stuck burp in my tummy. But all I'm saying is, like every time in Mario, and I guess somebody's gonna say, well, that's all Mario's powers are is punching and kicking. He doesn't have like any actual. Like...
I mean, yeah, because that's the point of Mario.
So I guess that's
his only special superpower is he can jump really high for some reason. And
get
he
really
can,
big.
He can do fucking. He's like a crazy acrobatic tumbler or whatever. Like he could just, Mario fucking can jump high and do flips in the air and land on his feet, and he's just a fucking fat, chubby little Italian man. And he fucking rides dinosaurs and beats up dinosaurs and monkeys and walking mushrooms with skirts and turtles. And little weird fucking white masked dudes with little helicopters on their head.
I was about to bark and then it didn't come out. It did not come out. Hold on. Nope. That was gonna burp.
And then, I guess you could say...
What, in Zelda you couldn't jump? Yeah!
Okay, that was... That's... Well...
Well, yeah, that's stupid.
Well, it's different now.
What do you mean?
You can jump as Link now.
Well, no, but I'm talking about an Ocarina of Time, though.
Well, you couldn't jump in Ocarina of Time or fucking Majora's Mask or fucking Wind Waker or fucking Twilight Princess. I think you could jump in Skyward Sword. I can't really fucking remember.
Michael was like, so it's not like so jumping is actually kind of new in Zelda.
That's literally what I'm saying. It's like 3 years brand new. But he doesn't technically have any powers either, really. There's no superpowers. He gets a sword and gets bows and arrows and bombs and Batman hook shots to fucking... I mean, he gets like little powers. Fire arrow and ice arrow, but And then Mario's got his little powers. He gets big and by eating mushrooms, and then he eats flowers and shoots fireballs. And he's got hats. He's got special hats.
That do special things.
That do things, like fly and blah, blah, blah. But no, the whole point I was trying to make was I don't think I like Zelda as much as I thought I did.
Even though I think... Like, to me, Zelda is way more fun. But you know what's crazy, though? When I replayed, like, Ocarina of Time, like, I think it's been about a year since I replayed it.
I would rather...
When I replayed
it... Quest 64 and play Mario 64 than play Ocarina of Time.
I replayed that, and, like, at the beginning, like, I was using, like... I wasn't trying to do a speed run, but I wanted to use, like, speed running moves to help me move through the game faster. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody wants to beat the game as fast as they can now.
But I realized, like, I only knew or remembered so many things. Like, there were temples that I remembered better than others. Like, remember when you came over here when I was playing it, and remember I got lost, and you came over here, I was... Well, before that. Okay, no, before that. You came over here, and I was lost. Okay, the first 2 dungeons in Ocarina of Time, as Kid Link, I breezed through those motherfuckers like it was nothing. Like, I think I beat the both of them in, like, less than an hour, right? And then I got to, King Jabba Jabba's belly. Is that who it is?
Oh, whatever, the fish. You're inside of the
I got
fish.
into the fish, and then I realized... Well, I remembered some things, but, like... You know the part where it's, like, all them holes, and you can get sucked into a hole, and it puts you into, like, a different part? I don't remember the parts that those led to, so then I would get lost, and then have to figure my way back.
Now, the pain in the ass with that is you gotta carry the little bitch around with you everywhere.
No, but when you fall down that hole, she does... she does come with you, I think, when you go through that. But yeah,
No,
like, you have to take her with...
throw her down some of those holes to get her around because you need her to get into certain doors.
Yeah, and, like, it's a pain in the ass because, like you said, you have to bring her, and then when you realize, oh, I'm in, like, the wrong room on the other side, it's like I might as well just have her go back, you know, so I can go in, like, the right way instead of having to drag her with me. And then it's just, like, getting lost. And then I turned into Adult Link, and I can't remember exactly what's available to you, like what temple is available to you when you are like first awakened, or when you first time travel or whatever. I can't remember. Is it the Fire Temple? No.
You can't even get to the Forest Temple
or the Water Temple. And you can't get to the Water Temple either.
You have to get the hook shot. And you gotta figure out that the Graveyard Digger is dead, and you have to... get the hook shot from dead Dampy. That way you can get to the Forest Temple.
Well, I can't remember, but whichever one you go to first, right? Okay, Michael came in here, and I was fucking stuck in the Forest Temple. And I was like, Michael, I'm fucking lost. I don't know what the fuck to do. And then I, right when I was like, Michael, I'm lost, and Michael sat down, and I swear to God, and I've sworn this on life to Michael a million times, like, whenever I'm doing bad at a video game, and this man walks into the room, like, especially if he hasn't been in the room, like, if he's there from the beginning, then the luck will just kind of, like, be regular, but, like, if Michael hasn't been in the room at all when I'm playing a video game, and then he just comes in, all of a sudden my luck changes, and, like, right when I was looking for the ghost, or whatever, like, the last ghost, I found, like, him in the painting, because, like, I had scared him off, in the other ones, and he wasn't there no more, and I was like, what? And then Michael was like, look, there he is, and he was like, and then Michael, like, helped me back through, like, the last little part before I got to, Ghost Ganon. Dude, I forgot, you know how, I don't know what it is, but, like, I remember, like, fighting Ganon when I was younger, and this was just Phantom Ganon. Hitting those balls back, the timing, I used to be so good at it. And when I went and played, it was so off. Do you know how many times I died to Phantom Ganon? Like 3 or 4 times. Before I beat him. And I'm not kidding, like, I mean, I died, had a fairy, came back, and then still died. And, like, died.
Undertaken.
Like, that shit's so fucking hard. Like, I could not believe that happened. And then guess how fast? Okay, it took me like an hour or whatever to just get through the fucking forest temple, right? Even though it only should have taken me like 20 minutes or something. Guess how long it took me to get through the fire temple?
An hour.
I think 25 minutes. I went through that bitch, and guess what? When I went against Volvagia, beat it on my first try. Like, I couldn't believe, like, how, sir? And then I died. And then the water temple. Everything was going okay in the water temple. And then about half. The water temple, I remember about half of it.
Water temple sucks.
You know why it sucks? Because you have to go floating up and down. And it takes so much fucking time. You having to do that.
You have to press pause constantly.
And to figure out where the fuck you're going. And it's just the biggest pain in the ass. But anyway, when I played that game, and I died so much more than like, the game was still good. Like, unless, like, I didn't hate it more because I was struggling with it like you and I guess Aaron did. The controls, they're just ancient. They're so bad. That's what I remember from that playthrough. Him complaining about that. And then the Majora's Mask playthrough, they didn't even finish Majora's Mask because he was so angry.
That game's fucking... They're all pains.
And then, honestly, this was probably, like, our favorite game of the N64, and I'm not even gonna lie. And you're gonna be like, what could it... Well, no, this isn't our favorite, but, like, this is up there with them, and people are gonna be like, there's no way. Once we say it, do you know what I'm about to say? We mentioned it earlier.
I know, I already said it earlier.
What?
You're gonna say Mega Man 64.
No.
Oh.
People know Mega Man Legends is good. I don't know where you've been. Like, people know that's like a
lot of
hidden
people
gem.
who hate that game.
That's because they're stupid. But no, that's not. That's one of them, but that is not the game. We mentioned it earlier.
What is it?
Dad played this game.
Oh, Quest 64.
Quest 64. Like, that game.
Didn't we, like... Didn't I play that game not long ago?
Yeah, you played it for the channel like 6 months ago.
Oh.
Because Michael came in here and saw I was playing, and then he wanted to sit down and play, and then he ended up like being off or something and not really having anything to do. And
Zoomed through the entire game.
And like, I think Tiny Man was come over, but then they didn't end up coming over, and so you were like, now I have nothing to do. And then I was just like, oh, yo, I think you beat the game, and you still were able to go out that night.
Yeah, I mean, that game didn't take me that long.
No, because
I like games like that.
Wait, when you came in here, where was I?
I don't remember.
When he came in here, I believe I was at the Everybody's calling you. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Can you tell them that you'll be with everybody in like the next 30 minutes?
That doesn't.
They'll still call
You
even
can
if
still
you
call me.
That doesn't make any sense. Why?
You're like, what are you doing, bro?
But I just texted you that give me 30 minutes. But what are you doing? Like fucking Randy Marsh out outside.
Everybody just wants me to go to the bar and drink.
Michael, just text these people.
I can't text them if they keep calling.
Just send out a mass text. Give me 30 fucking minutes, dog. And I will call you all back.
It's just like, you know, Baz wants to come over and see what I'm fucking doing.
What, over here?
Yeah, at some point.
Oh, but
And
we
then
love Basil,
And then I'm probably gonna get him to drop me off in Chaco.
Well, you love Basil. So look, and you have a ride.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know if I want to go out. I really, really wanted to play some Death Stranding today, but I didn't do that.
Oh, did I ruin it by wanting to record this podcast? He's you bastard!
I mean, I just
wanting to deliver boxes instead of talk to your sister. Virtual boxes and bags.
Why couldn't it be the absolute Sass Podcast with a little fucking a little fucking screen of Michael delivering packages while he talks about shit?
I might just try if I can.
Or would that just be a fucking
what
live stream?
I'm gonna insert, when I'm editing, a picture of motherfucking what's his name, Norman Reedus, and his packages, and him walking and tripping and falling over in the packages.
I manage not to fucking trip and fall. I don't know what the fuck people are doing to fucking trip over rocks. I mean, I did in the beginning a lot, but that's besides the point. I'm a level 250 deliverer.
Jesus.
And I'm a times 17 legend already. I'm not even all the way west yet.
Oh my god. But okay, when Michael came over, I think I was on the way to fighting the second boss, the Wind Jade guy. Zeltz, or whatever.
Oh yeah, because I thought you were going to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, and then Michael said, "Here, I'll do it." And then I gave it to Michael, and then he was like, "No, I know what I'm doing." And I was so worried he was going to die. And then he didn't. And then he said, "You know what? We can beat this game tonight." And I looked at him and I said, "Michael, there's absolutely no fucking way that we can beat this game tonight."
And I was absolutely correct.
I was like, "Michael, we still have to beat Fargo. We still have to fight Shelf and then Fargo."
And I was like, "No, it's okay."
Michael's like, "It's not gonna be. It's gonna be fine." And I'm sitting here over here Michael, I've already been playing an hour, and I'm pretty sure there's 5 more hours in this game. I was so sure. And I think it was 4. I think it was 4 or 5.
I mean, Cassidy. So when I used to go home and beat Resident Evil 4 every day after, not 3 times a day.
Yes, you
every
would.
day. I only did that 3 times a day on the weekends. The other nights were school nights. I would get home from school, I'd beat it once, and I'd be like, "Okay, let's
all
play
you
something for an hour."
motherfuckers that be set. I'm sorry, Resident Evil 4 is nothing but a shooting gallery.
Oh my god, Cassidy, what the fuck is the new Resident Evil 2 remake? I could beat that game in an hour and a half.
Yeah, and you know why it would only take longer to beat Resident Evil 4? Because it's a shooting gallery and they throw enemies at you, because it's not a survival horror game.
Well, the longest Resident Evil I've played in a long time, if I consider all the shit it puts you through, probably Resident Evil 6.
Isn't 6 and Code Veronica the longest?
Code Veronica is not that long. Code Veronica is 2.5 hours.
Michael.
Code Veronica.
We just watched Pat play it on his channel.
Well, Pat's fucking...
hold on, let me verify. Pat from Super Best Friends, a.k.a. Angriest Pat, a.k.a. Pat Stares At, Just wanted to put that in there. But anyway, just watched him play Code Veronica, and it definitely didn't take him 2 fucking hours. And if the game was really that long, like, and granted, he hadn't played it in a while, but he had still played it before, so it should have just taken him like 8 hours, right? I think it took him like 10 hours to beat it on, like, no. It was like 8 or, like, yeah, it was just like a regular game. But it was not 2 hours. It was a regular game. It was not 2 hours. And I think even if you knew where to go, like, I know that game super well. And I don't think I could have beat that game in 2 hours. Because, did you forget that you switched between Chris and Claire? Did you forget?
Yeah.
Yes, you forgot?
No, I didn't forget. Look, here's a fucking speed run of it right now, like in 1 hour and 38 minutes.
But what are they actually skipping? Is it like, are they like clipping through things? Like,
No,
what is
glitchless speed run.
Like, how? Okay, then look up a speedrun of goddamn fucking Resident Evil 4. I bet it takes even less time because of...
Resident Evil 4 is like 1 hour and a half.
And people say that's the longest game, and it's not. It's fucking not.
I mean, it's like... But see, the reason I took forever is because... Oh, I see, like 1 hour and 25 minutes. But see, they're not killing all the enemies. They're just, like, running past most of them.
And see, like, to me, that's what you could do. You could run past, like, to me... Okay.
You can run past an Evil 2.
Let's get back to that. Let's get back to Quest before we get to Resident Evil, because that's a whole nother fucking argument with me. And you know this. Like, so we need to save that for a little later. Okay, so all I'm going to say is, Quest 64 is amazing, and we did beat it in that day, so it was like, I think it took, so that means...
yeah, that's why
I played it for like, I think I played it for 1 hour and a half, 2 hours the day before, right? Because I was just leveling up, because that's a lot of what the beginning of the game is. You, like, just leveling up, so then you can progress through the game. And, because then after you beat a boss, you can, like, every time you beat a boss, like, it levels you up and, like, adds to your attributes. So, like, when you go to the next area to fight enemies, like, you don't have to keep fighting enemies to, like, necessarily level up unless, like, the boss is, like, way, way, way too strong. But it's, like, it's usually really fair as far as that goes. But, like, a lot of the first couple hours of the game, at least for me, or, like, the first the first hour and a half, 2 hours for me was just leveling up and getting to the next area and making sure I get all the bubbles, which is, like, your move sets. See, a lot of people don't like Quest because, like... A lot of people would look at it and be like, look at this fucking piece of shit. But me and Michael saw the charm and the beauty in it, okay? Like, people don't get that Quest 64 had so many good ideas.
It did.
Like, the magic system on the C buttons and all the different magic moves. Like, when you actually... Like, I remember when we were younger, the funnest part of Quest to me... was, like, before we had the guidebook and everything. Well, even if we had the guidebook, like, it would just tell you the name of the moves. It wouldn't tell you, like, what the move... Like, you didn't know what the move looked like. So, you were just like... That was the big thing. You were like, oh, what does this move look like and how much damage does it do?
You just had to fucking do it.
And the only way you could find out is to just do it. Like... the book told you what it did, so you would know, like, oh, I know I'm going to get this shitty move next, or I can put more toward this or that.
I have to ask, why the fuck does all of the Quest 64 videos say, not Spider-Man?
Because we were playing this around the time Spider-Man 4 came out, that's why. Or Spider-Man 4.
Oh, that was
Spider-Man
6 months ago. That was a fucking year and a half ago, Cassidy.
Was it?
Mega Man Legends 2 was a fucking year and a half ago.
It's been a year and a half since we played Mega Man Legends 2. No.
And I forgot all these games that you played. I forgot you played Red Dead Redemption 2. And then in the middle of it is just that random Mystic Ninja.
Yes. Oh my god. Speaking of, you know what else? It was a good game. Motherfucking Mystic Ninja. But you know what? As much as we loved Mystic Ninja, yo, did we actually get past the part we got stuck on as kids? I don't think we got past...
Did you say fuck Final Fantasy X2?
Yeah. Because, Michael, do you know how much you can... No, because you know why? Somebody said it is impossible to get 100% on the first playthrough.
Of fucking course,
So,
Cassidy.
if I have to go through all of that strife just to, like, not even get the best ending, then what's the point? I don't want to play through it again.
I'm sorry, Cassidy.
I have so many videos. Do you know there are motherfuckers out there with like 50 videos on their channel and they have like 1 million subscribers? I have 520 videos on my channel.
116.
516, excuse me. Videos on my channel. And I have 49 subscribers. Make that make sense. Because, to me, I'm just like, I have all this content. They have 1 million subscribers for 50 videos. But usually people who have, like, those, you know, 1 million subscribers with the 50 videos do, like, skits and stuff. Which, you know, that lasts much longer.
Yeah.
Than, like...
I forgot you played Control.
I played Control. I played... If there was any game you can motherfucking think of, Cassidy motherfucking played it.
You didn't play Steel Lancer Arena International.
Well, okay. Now, let's not go too far. I have not played every game. Like, but there's some games, like Shadow of Colossus, you will never see me play that game on this channel for the simple fact that I have beat it so many times, it's, like, not even fair for a playthrough. Like, why would I do that? Like, I mean, not fair. It's just not entertaining, and it wouldn't be fair, like, to the people watching. Like, it's not a new experience. I don't know. And Ico, I beat that once, but, like, that's not a game. For whatever reason, I just don't want to go and play that again. Because I just don't want to be, like, I just don't want to be sad. You know?
Oh, sad because you think fucking what's the fucking sad part in it? Oh, the fucking horse. Everyone thinks the horse dies.
No, I'm talking about Ico. I don't want to play Ico because, like, all of that's supposed to connect with, Shadow of the Colossus, and it just makes me, really depressed when I think, like, of the whole story of everything. It makes me really sad.
I forgot fucking You played Inside. You played Last Guardian.
I thought I deleted the Inside one.
You played Outlast 2.
I thought I deleted the Inside.
No, they're fucking right here.
I need to delete those.
Why?
Because I recorded it and, like, it's all, like, you can hear me and I sound fine, but, like, the actual recording itself is, like, really janky and, like, some of it's messed up and, like, I still uploaded it just to see, like, if people would still watch it and, like, I went back and watched it, like, a couple months ago
Oh, God.
and I didn't like it and so I just want to, like, get rid of them.
I forgot. I forgot about the Siren playthrough. That shit fucking sucked.
Like, so many gaming videos. I know. But, when we played, like, Mystic Ninja, there was a part me and Michael got stuck on there, and we can't remember.
But we passed it now.
Are we sure?
Yeah, we're way past it.
So you're saying we never even got to, like, the first temple?
Like everything we're doing right now, we never ever got to.
Because when we were younger, we got stuck for whatever reason. Like, we couldn't get past...
When we went into the giant fucking, like, Danish boy robot or whatever and fought the robot, that's, like, the last thing that I was able to do in that game.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I didn't know.
I thought we got stuck on the bridge with all the floaty things, remember?
No, I got past that.
When we played it the first time?
I guess, yeah.
Because I don't remember any of that. But, like, all I remember is we got stuck somewhere and we couldn't proceed. But, I mean, I know we're past that point now. It's just kind of a blur. You know, when you just remember certain things about a game and then it's, like, stuck in your head. And then you get past it and you're like, oh, I guess that wasn't the way I remembered it. But, like, we went back and played it and we were like, holy fucking shit. Like, number one, it was fun. But two, it was like, what is this game even about? Like, Sir Dancing, what the fuck is happening? What is even going on? Like, I think it's, like, about aliens. Like, isn't Sir Dancing like an alien? I forgot already. Yeah, they came down from, like, a spaceship, remember?
Yeah. It's just a weird game that plays like a fucking sitcom. Or a bad TV show or something.
Like, it's like a really bad, like, anime. Just like a really bad anime. And then, Dad got us the PS2 at some point. Like, I mean, we played so many other games, like The World Is Not Enough, GoldenEye. Like, we played all of those games, too. But there are just, like, so many games, like, we could sit here and talk about. But I just want to move along. And then Dad got us the PS2. And then the PS2 was, like, the best game, the best thing ever. Like, Indigo Prophecy was, like, one of our first PS2 games. Wasn't it? Like, I swear to God, when Dad bought us all those PS2 games, Indigo Prophecy, no lie, was in that fucking pack of, like, 10, 12 PS2 games. No. Code Veronica was in there. I remember that, because Dad was like, I know they're like Resident Evil, so he just got that Resident Evil game.
I think, the first PlayStation 2 game we ever played was... I don't even remember when we got the PS2. I just remember getting games for it, kind of, actually.
We got it for Christmas.
Yeah, and then
Remember we asked for an Xbox because the Xbox was the new thing, and me and you.
I wanted an Xbox.
I
wanted
wanted an Xbox, and Dad didn't listen to either of us.
No, it was just the fucking Xbox. It was probably more money than the PS2.
Dad said he didn't listen because he's like, Sony makes electronics. I trust Sony. That was his, because Sony had been around longer and already had like a PlayStation, you know, they had already done stuff. So Dad said, I'm gonna go, like...
Well, we never had a
I know, but Dad's saying the reason he got a PS2 was because it was the PS2, and it was by Sony and all of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he was just like, that's the reasoning I remember him giving me, like, when we got a little older and we asked him why he got the PS2. He said it was because of that. He trusted them more than Microsoft. Like, not as, like, computers so much. It was just, like, they had never made a game system before. And then, like, how many games were they going to have? And, like, Dad was super right to make that decision because PS2 had a bunch of games and the Xbox had, like, no fucking games.
Xbox had Halo.
That's all it had. Like... There are so many good games on the PS2. Like we've played a lot of them on the channel. We've played Silent Hill. We've played I've played Hitman. What are some other PS2? What, you're looking at me all crazy?
I mean, you have a fucking shelf right there of what you've played, Cassidy.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of what we played on the channel.
No, well, I'm just trying to, like, these are probably, like, all these games right here.
Prince of Persia.
Are all the games that you have ever played.
Prince of Persia, Siren. Siren was definitely up there on one of the first games we ever played. But look, okay, so, if we're not talking about on the channel, but games that I've played all the Silent Hill games, all the Fatal Frames, all the Clock Tower games.
You only played Clock Tower 3.
That, and then I've got Haunting Ground over there. Yeah, I played Haunting Ground on the channel, too. Then there's Eternal Darkness.
That's a GameCube game.
Oh, yeah. That game was so good, I was just like, oh, it's on the PS2.
Hello?
Hold on, let him take the call.
Yeah. Alright, give me a minute.
What? Is he in the fucking driveway?
Yeah, Basil's sitting in the fucking driveway.
I can't believe it. Hold on, can we at least, like, wrap this up?
Yeah. I thought it wasn't coming until, like, 10:30.
Well, we didn't get to talk about anime.
I'm sorry, Cassidy.
This is an anime podcast, too. This was not supposed to just be video games. This is why I told you it would be an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Well, an hour first has great try.
Well, we played the PS2 games. He can give us 6 minutes.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we played the PS2 games, the Okamis, all of them. And then the PS3 came, and that was just kind of whatever. At least for me.
You didn't even touch that poor thing.
What do you mean? It's gotten actually more wear out of it, of PS2. I have played more PS2 games on the PS3 than PS3 games.
I have probably played Resident Evil 4 more than ever played on that PS3.
No, you know how many times you've beaten.
How many times I've beaten? Well, then,
Resident
Kathy, that's a
Evil.
lifetime of hours.
Like, but since we didn't talk about the anime, and we that's how we got into video games. Now I said, but we named some of our favorite games while we were doing that. So we can quickly just.
I didn't name any of my favorite games. One of my favorite games of all time is fucking Armored Core and fucking Steel Lancer Arena International.
You're such a fucking liar over here. He's looking
I love those games.
But he knows they're like not great.
Yes, they are. I wouldn't play them if they weren't great.
Okay, Michael.
Who just plays bad games to play bad games?
Michael says, Cassidy, you're so picky about video games. And I said, well, name one game that I like that's bad. And then he tried to say all of them. And they're all like Silent Hills. All the games that, like Okami. I'm like, so you think Okami's bad? And Michael's like, no, of course not. Then how, Michael?
No, Okami's bad to me because I get to the very, 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 very end of the game. And I save right before the final boss. And before I go in, I was like, I'll do it tomorrow, and I turn on my system, corrupted memory card, your dad is corrupted 25 hours down the fucking drain. Never wanted to play it ever again.
Hold on. Okay, just really quickly, since we only talked about games, I guess, do we want to name 3 of our favorite anime? Before we end the podcast? I can name some of mine. Well, Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho's already moved all the way up there, because that's good. I mean, we all watched Dragon Ball Z, but, like, we all grew up and realized Dragon Ball Z was actually fucking shit.
Dragon Ball Z is not shit.
It is, Michael. Michael, we've had this argument after the Boo saga. When it got to after the Cell saga, it was trash.
That's different. That's when everything just got a little too much.
Chat bricks. Michael was trying to tell me the other night that everything after the Cell saga wasn't trash.
No, I said everything before and during the Cell saga was fine. And after that, it was okay for a little bit, but then once it just turned into the I was able to humor the Mr. Saiyaman thing. That was fucking great. Then after that, it just kind of gets dragged along.
Oh, you mean everything about Dragon Ball Z being dragged out? You know, oh my god, there's this clip.
You know, at least it finished everything in less than fucking 300 episodes.
Are you insane? Are you insulting Naruto?
Well, I mean, if you count Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, it's like...
And Dragon Ball GT.
450 episodes.
Okay, you wanna know this fact about Naruto real quick?
That sucks.
There's 700 episodes total. 41% of those are filler episodes. So there are actually only about 350.
Well, if you take all the filler out of Dragon Ball Z, it's probably like fucking 200 episodes.
But now Michael on the anime thing, I just want to be clear on this, and we'll talk about that probably more on the next time we talk. On the next time we can have this podcast, whenever Michael's available. But Michael doesn't watch anime anymore. He watched it when we were younger. He watched some of Naruto, But then
My-
and then the
my-
only reason he knows what happened in Shippuden is because he fucking played the video game. Besides that, like, Michael doesn't know shit about anime anymore.
No, like, I mean, one of my favorite anime is one of the greatest of all time. And it's so special that I'm just not going to tell anybody.
Okay. You know what? There's one controversy.
Tenchi Muyo for life, son.
Oh my fucking god! Whatever. Okay, well, Michael has to go.
I have to wrap it up and go. Sorry, everybody.
All right, bye guys.
Mikey has to go to Shako and drink alcohol.